So let's be honest, most guys overcomplicate their style. They chase way too many trends, end up buying way too many pieces of clothing, and as a result have a closet that's just way too cluttered. But the reality is that you don't need to buy more clothes in order to have style. What actually you need to do is to have less and just be able to execute it the right way. So in this video, we're going to be breaking down some minimalist style tips. These habits are going to help you improve your style, help you be a lot more intentional with putting together outfits, cause you to have a lot more clarity, and lead to much less stress in your life. Now let's get started with the first one, which is to create a wish list. So it's very important to create a wish list because it's going to keep you accountable. It's going to keep you from overspending. It's going to keep you from just having so much clutter in your wardrobe. I personally have done a lot better minimizing what I need now because I keep a wish list. I'll usually keep this in my phone or on my laptop. I can pull it up anytime. It allows me to just refresh my memory and always have on my mind what it is that I need exactly. If it's something that I find that I need that just popped up into my mind, I can quickly just put it onto my wish list, and now I'm aware and can shop a lot more intentionally. So if it's like a jacket, an Oxford shirt I want, that I feel like I need to put into my wardrobe, I'll put this on my wish list. Now when I'm looking throughout the day or shopping online, I'm a lot more intentional with my shopping and spending. So I'm not getting as distracted with other pieces of clothing that catch my eye that I know I truly don't need deep down. When you keep a wish list, it just holds you more accountable. It keeps your shopping a lot more intentional. It helps you minimize distractions. Then as you get one thing, you can cross it off the list, and now you can move on to the next thing. So it just eliminates that impulsive buying because you're sticking to that list and just getting things you know that you actually need. If you don't love it, don't get it. This is a very important one that has really helped me minimize my wardrobe significantly. If I truly don't love an item, I just don't get it anymore. I used to do this all the time where I would see something online or in the store and I would be on the fence with it, and I would try to force myself to get it just because I kind of liked it, but I wasn't sure if I liked it enough to get it. And what happened is it just created so much clutter in my wardrobe, and I had so many things that I was just kind of okay about, like I didn't truly love. It was just something that I kind of thought was decent enough to possibly get it, and it just ended up just taking up space in my wardrobe that I regretted instantly. So if it's something that you don't truly love, that you know you're not going to wear a lot, do not waste your money and do not get the item at all. It's going to help you minimize your wardrobe, the things you truly do love, and it's going to cause you to just be a lot more confident in the pieces that you actually do wear it throughout your day-to-day basis. And personally, I notice when I truly love an item, I usually wear it a lot more than an item that I'm like on the fence about, which I'm assuming you're the same way. So if it's not a 100% that you absolutely love that item, I will highly recommend that you definitely just don't even think about getting it. This will add a lot more clarity in your life and just cause you to just be a lot less overwhelmed. Buy once, cry once. So this is a mantra that I love to live by, the buy once, cry once method. If it is something that is of a lower quality and it's very cheap and you're getting it just because it's made for a price that is extremely cheap, sometimes, I shouldn't say sometimes, more times than not, you're definitely going to regret this, because what happens is when you keep compiling all these cheap items, lower quality items into your wardrobe, what happens is they don't last very long. The best method to do here is to get items that are of higher quality that you can comfortably afford. So it might be a little more expensive than those cheaper quality items, but what happens is these items are going to last you a lot longer. You're not going to be having to replace these as much, and you're just going to be a lot happier that you got them. Also, when you implement this buy once, cry once method, it's going to cause you to minimize your wardrobe as well, because you're going to be spending more on lesser items, which is going to cause you to have higher quality items, but also less items that are more versatile, that you're going to get a lot more use out of as well. So pretty much buying once, crying once is maximizing the higher quality items in your wardrobe. Now, I'm not saying to buy the most expensive item that's going to cause you to just be in a financial distress. What I'm saying is for you to buy items that are of higher quality, but also are within reason of your budget. So it's better to just buy something that's a little bit more expensive, a little bit more of a higher quality, but it's also something that is within your budget that's not going to cause you to stress yourself out financially. If you don't wear it, get rid of it. So this is another important one that I think is very crucial to do just every now and then, is go through your wardrobe and really ask yourself if you're going to wear those certain items. If you're kind of unsure, a great exercise that I love to do personally is that in my closet, I will just flip the hanger once I've worn a piece or a garment, and then over the course of like 3-4 months, I can see which pieces I've worn because the hanger's been flipped. And I can also see which pieces I didn't wear because the hanger stayed still and was left as is the whole time. So this also gives you a good idea of pieces you can get rid of and just kind of declutter and get out of your wardrobe, so you can start introducing more pieces that you truly love, that you know you're going to get a lot of use out of. Because what happens is over time your taste starts to change, the things you like start to change. So you want to make room for these items that you're going to fall in love with in the future. And by decluttering and getting rid of things that you don't wear anymore, that you know you're not wearing as much, is going to allow you to have more room for those future pieces that you're going to love, that you're going to wear a lot. It's also been said that we wear 20% of our clothing 80% of the time. So this is something that's also just good to be aware of. Keep your clothes nice and neat. So the great thing about minimalism is it keeps you very organized. It helps relieve stress, just causes you to just be as clear as you possibly can be about organization and different things in your life. Now, what happens is when we get home from a long day at work, or we've been out all day doing whatever, a lot of us, I've done this before, so myself is included here, we'll just throw things around on the couch, on the chair, on the floor, throw socks around after a long day, throw that jacket on the couch or on the chair that you've worn all day because you're stressed out, you're overwhelmed from a long day you've had. I get it, I've been there. But what happens is this excessive clutter just causes so much stress into your life. And a cluttered mind leads to a lack of focus that is not going to help you get anything done throughout the day. So a much better alternative to do here is when you're coming home throughout the day, make sure you're taking that extra effort to hang your clothes up, put your jackets in the closet, put things nice and neat into your drawer. It's going to cause you to feel a lot better about yourself. You're going to be a lot more productive throughout your day as well. You want to make yourself at peace, and by having an organized closet, having an organized dresser, drawer, whatever the case may be, is going to help you achieve this. Also, another thing that happens a lot, and that I'm guilty of as well here too, is when you get home and you throw your clothes all over the place, a lot of times you end up forgetting where like you put a certain item, because over time you start to compile piles of clothing that's just thrown all over the place, and there is nothing more stressful and more overwhelming than this. And I have been in a situation plenty of times where I completely forgot where I put a clothing item just because I threw it around in a pile and couldn't find it, or I thought I lost an item in general. So just make sure you're not doing this. Make sure you're putting up your clothes, putting them in the drawer, dresser, hanging things up in the closet, whatever the case may be, as I said earlier. But just make sure that you are getting the most out of your wardrobe. And by having an organized closet, organized wardrobe, you're going to be able to find things quickly and put outfits together very fast too. If you can't find your size, don't get it. This one is extremely important, and I've been guilty of this one as well. So with this one, I'm more so talking about is like, say you're like a size 10 with shoes. Like for example, I'm a size 10 in shoes, and they don't have a size 10 available. So you go for the size 11 because it's the closest, you know, size available that you can get to a size 10. Make sure you're not doing this. Like, this is the most silliest thing ever. I used to do this all the time, where it would be shoes I wanted and I couldn't find them in my size. So I would go up like a whole size or a half a size, and it would just feel clunky and bulky on me. I wouldn't feel as confident when I wore them, and I would instantly regret making this decision. So if you can't find your size, please do not get the item. It's going to cause so much insecurity when you wear it, and you're just not going to feel as confident. If it's pants that you want to get, say you're, I don't know, a size like 31 waist, and the closest waist size they have to you is like a 35, do not get the pants, bro. I promise you, you're going to regret it instantly. If it's a jacket you want, you're usually a size small, they have an XL, do not get the jacket. Just wait patiently, see if the item restocks in your size, or 9 times out of 10, they're going to come out with another item that looks very similar that you're going to like just as much, if not more, that you can find in your size, or maybe you can find it from a different brand. So just don't make this mistake. It causes like an instant downgrade to your style, and you're just going to feel extremely like insecure immediately when you put on a piece of clothing that is just way too big or way too small for you. Also, what happens is like, you might be whatever your size is, and they don't have that size I mentioned, and you might find a size that's like a size or two smaller than you would usually wear. You try it on and it looks terrible on you. You try to convince yourself that it looks good on you. Do not do this. Just make sure you're not doing this. Make sure you're getting your correct size. Now it's different if you're like in the store and you can try things on, and that way you have a better idea if something just maybe runs big or small and it can maybe look good on you. But just be honest with yourself. If you know it doesn't look good on you, don't get it. And if you're shopping online and you don't see your size, like, I wouldn't even consider it at this point. Like, I would not even consider getting the item, because you're probably going to just be a little hesitant because you don't have your size. Then when you get it and you find out it doesn't work, it's just a bad cycle. It's just a bad habit to implement. I wouldn't recommend doing this. Take care of your clothes. So when getting these higher quality items, as I talked about earlier, that you love and you're going to wear all the time, it does you no good if you're not taking care of them. So make sure that you are taking these items to the dry cleaner if you need to, if you've got stains on them or something that you need to get removed from the item. If you've got rips on the item, you need to take them to a tailor to get them repaired. If you have shoes that need to be cleaned, take them to a professional to get the shoes cleaned, or you want to clean the shoes yourself. Just make sure you're finding ways to take care of these higher quality items that you're going to wear. This is going to cause you to just get the most amount of longevity out of the items, and it's just going to cause you to wear them for a very long time. If you have items that are nice, high quality, but you don't take care of them, it doesn't matter. It doesn't do you any good. And what's going to happen is you're going to just keep having to buy new clothes over and over again that you're not taking care of. So it just creates an endless cycle. Start with what you have. Now, as I mentioned before, it's great to bring in items that you love, that you can put into your wardrobe. It's nothing like having a great piece that you know you're going to wear a lot and get a lot of use out of. But the best skill that you can possibly have, that is probably one of the top skills I've learned from minimalist habits, is that you need to start with what you have and find ways to maximize the options that you already have. So those pieces that are already in your wardrobe, find endless ways and endless combinations to implement them into different outfits that you're going to wear. Just get really creative here, experiment, try and try again. But what this is going to do is it's going to allow you to be a lot more creative, and you're going to be able to do a lot more with less. And there's no skill that's more impressive than that when it comes to utilizing a wardrobe. And when doing this, it's going to allow you to just bring in items slowly. And what this does is when you do bring in a new item, it's going to allow you to just have so many different ideas in your mind that you can put it with, as far as creating different combinations and outfits with this new item that you bring into your wardrobe. One in and one out. So this kind of piggybacks off of the tip I gave about getting rid of what you're not wearing. So with the one in, one out rule, what you're doing is every time you get a new piece, you're getting rid of an old piece. What this does is it does a great job of controlling your spending and your buying, and it also really makes you consider if you're prepared to get rid of another clothing item in your wardrobe, because you know you're going to have to do this when you buy a new item and bring it into your wardrobe. So this is also going to do a great job of helping you really rethink if you really need that new piece in general, because it forces you to make a decision about the purchase. But this is a great way to minimize clutter, and it also makes you bring in pieces that you love that you know you're going to wear, because you have to make a decision to take out another piece of clothing and give it away. If you can't pay for it fully, then don't get it. So look, I love talking about different clothing items, how to style different items, different wardrobe essentials that you need, but by no means at all am I trying to have you go broke by buying things you cannot afford. So if it's something you know you can truly not afford, like pay for it in full, I would highly recommend you do not get it. I'm talking about without using Klarna or any other type of payment options. If you cannot afford it fully, I would highly recommend you don't get it. What this does, it also minimizes your wardrobe as well, and keeps you more confident about the purchases that you're making, because you know you can fully afford them. You're not stressing yourself out about how you're going to pay for that item. So I'm talking about paying for an item fully and not using those other payment options like Klarna, whatever else is out there. This is really going to help you limit what you do and don't bring into your wardrobe, and it's going to avoid you from just impulsively buying and getting into unnecessary debt. Don't go into debt trying to impress others. I promise you, it's the worst mistake ever. You're going to feel terrible about it. You're going to be very regretful and have a lot of resentment when you do this. Just get more use out of what you own and can truly afford. That's it for me today. I hope you got some out of the video. Make sure you give it a like down below. Check out my video right here on 10 simple habits that are improving my personal style. I'll see you next time. Thanks. Peace.